Hello, hello, hello. What's up, people? It's that time again, Monday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. One place to be is on the Chaotic Conversation. Tis I, Mr. Graham, aka Comic Chat, and I'm here again with another ranking of sorts. And join me tonight is two people that usually join the show, Mr. Anzo and Miss Mama's Mad Bear. How y'all two doing?
Doing good. Doing good. Can't
Good.
complain.
okay.
Is it
What
still
about you?
storming up there? I can't complain. Is it still storming in your neck of the woods, Mama's Bear?
Not at the moment. They were expecting another round about 7, so it's a little overdue.
Okay. We can get this before it gets crazy.
Yep.
So what y'all been doing today? Just hanging out or what?
Chilling. Not really
Cleaning.
much to do. Cleaning. What's up, chat? Yeah, I didn't do much today at all. Just the usual. What about you?
Man, it was a typical Monday. Time as I walk in, my boss was like, "Oh, need this, need that, do this, do that. Gotta do this, gotta do that." Okay. So,
Should have
another
took the
day.
day off, eh? So did you guys hear that Tenet is supposed to come out next month in theaters?
Yes, I did.
What theaters?
Mhm.
Ain't where I'm at, there ain't none open.
Well, they're doing it by, I guess you want to say region or whatever. But you guys are gonna get some in some of your theaters. It's supposed to come out here in Canada on the 27th. So they're making arrangements for it to come out.
Yeah, it's going to be a international release first, and then the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Where that sits for us is I don't know.
I'm not
Means
too
I'm gonna
mad.
lose my fucking bet with Poe. God damn it.
Well, if they do one that's semi-successful, and they may do another one.
Mm-hmm.
They may do a Marvel one, and a Marvel one will blow that out the water. So you still may win that bet.
Well, if they bring it out here, I'm cool with that. Our theaters have been open for a while now, so
Honestly, I haven't checked.
your theaters should be open too.
Oh, probably.
Yeah, I'm sure they're open.
That just requires more human contact than I generally like.
They're spreading it out, but I think next week they're gonna allow places to have like 250 people. So I'm guessing
Ew.
clubs and shit can open back up again.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, it's not as bad here as it is where these guys are. So
It's true.
I think today was the first day I heard in a while that the cases are going down somewhat. But I just worked an event where I'm at just last night, and there was 2,000 people. No social distancing at all. They had
really,
here and there people with masks on.
I'm sure
Parties
some people didn't
drinking.
have masks, right?
They didn't. I'm saying the majority of them didn't have it on. Partying and
Mm-hmm.
drinking, which is a no. They're not supposed to be able to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just you can't. You can lead the horse to the water, but you damn sure can't make that sucker drink. So
So it's not illegal to do that where you at, Danny?
it is. I'm just telling you, it's
But you worked it.
it's very much frowned upon. Well, not illegal so much that it's jail time or anything, but
Okay.
CDC very much frowns against it and recommends
Mm,
not to do it. But of course,
okay.
uh, you're not going to violate my rights. Blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't. In my profession, we don't go in there, but we have to like maintain like the traffic flow and that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So we're there for that. But for
I
as
got you.
actually inside there trying to regulate that, no, we don't do that.
Oh no, they would have shut that shit down here, and everybody would have got $1,000 ticket. 100%.
100,000 actually. That happened in Brampton this weekend.
Someone got $100,000 ticket.
Yep, because they had 200 people at a house party.
Damn.
Shit.
I was thinking, I could see if you have a club, but if I
Hmm.
want to invite 200 people to my house,
Even on
oh,
regular times, you know what I mean?
You know.
$100,000. Oh my lord!
Yeah.
I'd be passing the head around. I would be paying that bill myself. I know that.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely not.
they are not messing around when it comes to out here.
No, no, not at all.
Yeah, I can't say that I blame them. I wish we were more stricter in some of our practices, but
They
you know,
arrested a dude at our Tim Hortons for not wearing a mask in the store. Yeah, it's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
They don't play.
yeah. One of the towns I work at, we have to wear the mask as a city ordinance. You got to wear the mask, but not in the actual county I work at. But we still are issued a mask and wear it. So
Mhm. I feel you.
anyway, enough of that crisis talk. Last week, if you joined us, chat, we were talking about two of the best um, performers, entertainers, well, however you want to categorize them in the history of music. Um, Michael Jackson, King of Pop, Prince, the Prince of Purple, whatever other names he called themselves, a symbol.
Hmm.
Um, I could tell by the people in the chat that they were Michael Jackson was the more popular of the two, but I like both of them just as equal. And some songs I like better than the other ones. Um, but both of them, I wish I have seen them perform in real life, but I didn't. But
Me too.
this week we're going to kind of flip the script back to what we originally started with. It's going to be the top 5 movies of 1999. Now I'm thinking I'm probably going to alternate. One week I'll do music, one week I'll do the movies from a particular year. I'm not sure what I'm thinking about, either duos or group. It hadn't really. I don't know by the end of the show. We're going to do top 5 duos, top 5 groups, but I will
Okay.
decide that at the end of the show. Also, the chat can input on that as well. Um, I say the category is top 5 movies of 1999. We're gonna do our top 5 that we like, and then any honorable mentions. You feel free to do that once everyone has revealed their top 5. Usually I go last, but today I think I'm gonna go first,
Go
and
right ahead.
No problem.
hopefully you like some of these that I selected.
Danny, I know
Number,
you're tasting movies, so I probably won't, but it's
oh,
okay.
yeah, I'm hurt. I'm hurt, man. I thought you and me was tighter than that.
We are type, but you don't like Blank Man and Meteor Man.
No, I sure don't. I don't like that shit. In fact, I'm thinking about skipping the year that they were made just so I won't have to hear that shit. Um, my number 5 is The Wood. I don't know if either you watched that, but this movie is about 3 best friends:
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
Omar Epps, Tay Diggs, and I can't
Now it
think.
sounds familiar.
And
They were
the
they
the,
grew
the
up in
light skinned dude.
Hollywood. No,
Yeah,
a
the
light
light
skinned
skinned.
dude.
Huh?
No, 3 dark skin.
Yeah,
The
I
guy
know, but
that
wasn't no, sorry, I'm just saying, wasn't that guy from oh my god, the NCSI show in it too?
no, it was Omar Epps, Tay Diggs, and the guy. If you watch the
Morris
rookie,
Chestnut, right?
no, what Marsh Chestnut. It was the guy that played on Why Did I Get Married? He left it. He talked bad about his wife that was kind of fat, played by Jill Scott.
Oh god, I can't remember. Hold on, let me
The
go
Tyler
Google
Perry
that.
movie you played. You don't like Tyler Perry, but
Yeah, but no, I seen the movie, unfortunately.
the one that when she was overweight, Jill Scott was overweight, and they went to the trip together, and he just did it so bad and brought the girlfriend up there.
Yeah, I believe so.
I
Hold
can't
on.
think of his name, but he was in there. There were 3 best friends that grew up in, I think it was Inglewood.
Mm-hmm.
But one of them, the character played by Omar Epps, came from Atlanta, and he became friends with those two, and they grew up together. And Tay Diggs got married, and Lisa Ray was his wife in the movie. But he was doing something stupid, and they had to get him to the wedding. But that is a good movie about friendship. Every time it comes on TV, I watch it. It's 3 best friends, and they grew up together. And Omar Epps was the cool head in the movie, and he finally got Tay Diggs to the wedding on time because Tay Diggs was just doing some stupid shit.
Yeah, I remember.
All right,
Good.
that's my number 5. Number 4 is In Too Deep with LL Cool J,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the guy that played the Punisher, I can't think of his name. Samuel Jackson was also in his movie,
That
and
was
it's
Deep
about
Blue Sea.
sharks. Oh, I'm sorry, that is
It's
right.
on.
That is right.
It's on my list. No,
Yeah,
it's actually an honorable
I'm
mention.
in Too Deep with
It's
LL
LL
Cool
Cool J.
J, and LL Cool J was the gangster called God.
Yeah.
Oh my God! If you ever watch that movie, there is a scene where he takes
With
a
the
pool
pool
stick.
stick.
Oh my God!
Mm-hmm.
Is very hard to watch, boy. But him and old boy became friends. But Omar Epps was an undercover cop,
Mm-hmm.
and he had to go undercover to bust LL. But he almost lost himself because he got into that lifestyle and had to play the part so much. But it is a good movie. And I love cop movies.
Mm-hmm.
That's obvious. Um, Number 3, Any Given Sunday. I can watch that movie each and every time it comes on. Jamie Foxx was Willie Beeman. Al Pacino was the old grungy coach.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't get along at first, and they've found a newfound respect for each other. Dennis Quaid was the old senior quarterback that taught Willie Beeman the way. Willie Beeman got stuck on himself, and Lawrence Taylor was in there.
Mm-hmm.
Good football movie. If you like football, you should catch this movie because it was real. And I think LL was in there too, if I'm mistaken. That was doing
LL
a
is in there.
LL and Jamie
It was a
Foxx was
busy
kind of
year for
feud.
him.
They were quarterback, running back tandem. Some of the speeches in there, man, was just outstanding. I think
They
that.
actually they actually had a real fight on the set, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Um, my number 2 is The Green Mile. I love that movie. Tom Hanks, Michael Clark Duncan, um, the guy that played Justin Hammer. I can't think his name in real life. He's on there too as a
Mm-hmm.
as a murderer. Um, Very touching story. How this guy had this guy like healing power, and but people misjudged him just because he was like a freaking mountain. How big he was, but very gentile. Got framed and killed for a murder he didn't commit, and it's just a very touching story. Stephen King is a master storyteller, in my opinion, and
Mm-hmm.
that's one of my favorite movies he ever made. And every time it comes on, I find myself sitting down or laying down in the bed watching it. So it is one of my all-time favorite movies in that year. This one you probably ain't gonna agree with, but I don't care because I'm a Pierce Brosnan fan.
Mm,
Love this movie, The Thomas Crown Affair.
okay. Mm-hmm.
That is an awesome movie. I like him and Rene Russo in there. Um, it was a little different from the original. The original was about a bank robbery, but this guy was an art thief, and he was just 2 or 3 steps ahead of the cops at all times. Dennis Quaid played, I think, the lieutenant for New York PD trying to catch him, but Pierce Brosnan just stayed 2 or 3 steps ahead the whole time. The little flirtation between him and Rene Russo. She's one of my favorite actresses, very underrated actress. But I love the music, especially because one of my favorite producers made it. Timberland produced
Mm-hmm.
that music, that soundtrack. So it is a very good movie, and I love it. So those are my 5.
The hell,
Nice.
man,
And Chris is coming in.
bro,
What's
What?
going on?
Danny,
What?
that was your number one.
What
Thomas
was his
Crown
number
Affair.
one?
Oh, yes,
You know, Phantom Menace came out that year, right?
I know.
What was his number one?
Thomas Crown
Fact,
Affair.
the fact you
Oh,
ranked it
ooh,
above the Green Mile
Yeah,
is
that's not
that's
bad.
what.
impressive.
Bro, I'm sorry. Those 5 movies I would watch
Hey,
before the
hey, hey,
Phantom
hey,
Menace.
hey! Shh. No. There is no movie that came out that year that was better than Phantom Menace. I don't care what anybody says.
Okay.
You're not gonna like my list then.
Oh no, no Phantom
So you
Menace
mean to
either.
tell me, real talk, Anzo, you rather
Yeah.
watch the Phantom Menace or Any Given Sunday?
Then any one of those movies, absolutely 100%.
Oh no.
Again,
Okay.
I'm biased, Remember this? I
Okay.
will admit that I am biased, but Phantom Menace.
I'm sorry, it did not make my 5.
Damn.
I don't
All
Can
care.
I
right.
Phantoms on this guy?
No, you can't.
He's in charge.
Ugh.
Are you cool, Chris? You gotta go.
Yeah, I can go. I'm just gonna. I didn't have time to prep for this. I was busy in
I'm
my
saying you
basement.
gotta go get your son or something.
No. We already went to the ceremony. It was a quick ceremony. But yeah, my son.
Congratulations,
Your
bro.
other son?
Yeah. Oh, hold on, just a second. Hold on, Julian, come here. Hold on.
Yes, Austinator, you're damn right. Phantom Menace is number 1.
Oh, come on.
Yes, yes, you cannot put Phantom Menace number 1.
Where is he at? Oh, come on.
You already went and got your other son, Chris?
Julian, what was that?
You already got your other son as well?
Oh no, he's somewhere else. No. Button up the shirt.
No.
So you're good for the long run, and you're not going to run out
I
at.
have the right.
No,
I
no,
sat
I'm-
on a hot
I'm good.
football field.
Okay.
Yeah, I know you sat in a hot football field. Sorry, guys.
Congratulations to your son, brother.
Well, I'm gonna bring him in.
Mhm.
I'm gonna have him come here real quick and put the headphones on, and he can talk to you guys for a second. Come here.
What am I doing?
He's like, no,
I don't wanna.
you ain't doing it to me, man.
What's up?
What's
Chris,
up, brother?
This is
Um,
Chris. Point up.
Nothing much, sat on a hot football field. Listened to a bunch of old people talk. And I didn't get to punch the guy I wanted to punch. So
Well, congratulations on graduating, bro.
Congratulations.
Good job.
Congratulations.
And he said a bunch of old people talking. No wonder why he don't watch our show, eh?
Yep.
no, I jump in sometimes. It's just I don't comment.
It's okay.
Mainly
I'll just-
because I'm trying to see when he's getting off, so I can get on and talk to people.
It may be my computer, but everybody else seems to think it's theirs, so that's how it is, I guess. Okay. Yeah. So who all is gone?
I just
Just
went.
Danny.
I'm about
Okay.
to let Maz go.
Go ahead.
Go with it.
We're good.
Mads, you better
Yeah.
be right. You better be correct. I want to hear your list.
It's on my list.
Okay,
It's
that's
not
good.
number 1.
That's fine. As long as it's there.
Not a Star Wars fan to start with, so that I got introduced to Star Wars that year.
Okay, good.
Okay. I'll get to the honorable mentions later,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm going to start out number 5, Galaxy Quest.
Mm-hmm.
As the Star Trek fan, I love it because this movie was Star Trek reincarnated,
Mm-hmm.
and it was so beautiful. It had those great hilarious moments. I mean, Alan Rickman in a comedy role. It was brilliant.
Hilarious movie.
And all of these are ones I will go
Which
back
one?
to over again.
Galaxy
Uh,
Quest.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
You broke the bloody ship. I love that.
I have one damn job on this. It's talking to the computer, and I'll be damned if I don't do my job.
or the guy with the red shirt when he's going down to the planet.
I'm crew member number 5. I'm gonna die. I love that movie to this
Me
day.
too.
One of the best.
Okay, I'm going to go number 4, Phantom Menace. I was introduced to Star Wars that year. I grew up Star Trek and not Star Wars.
Sir. I've
But-
got a free vending machine.
Yeah.
That's my kid.
No worries. Yeah, I absolutely adored Darth Maul from the first moment we saw him.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't care what anybody says, I still adore
Good job.
He's cool.
him.
He was too fast, but oh well.
You guys know me. Anything Bruce Willis. So number 3 is Sixth Sense.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The first time I saw that movie was actually through Blockbuster. And at the time, me and my roommate, we had a black and white TV, so we lost all of the hints.
Mm.
Yeah, don't watch that movie in black and white. But still, it's Bruce Willis. It's a creepy story. It was one of the few really good ones from M. Night Shyamalan.
Mm-hmm. The best one from him.
Mm-hmm. And my
Did
number
he make,
two. Huh?
I'm sorry. Did he
No,
make
it's okay.
Dreamcatcher?
No, Dreamcatcher wasn't his.
Who
Dreamcatcher's the one in the snow. The one in the snow, right?
Yeah, well, the thing was inhabiting different people's bodies, and each
Yeah,
one
yeah,
had powers.
and it came up to the guy, and when he was in the bathroom trying to take a shit or something, and there was like a little snake in there, and then there was
Little worm.
No, that wasn't him.
I thought he made that because I like
his
that.
his
I
only
like the
decent
movie, too.
movies had either Bruce Willis or James McAvoy in it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing by that opinion. Number two was the one I originally thought last week was going to be my number one, but I can't deny the first place. I saw this movie 14 times in the theater because I knew somebody who actually worked in the theater.
Oh, I'm going to say, if you pay for any movie 14 times, you need to be whipped.
Oh, hell no! Old high school buddy would sneak me in whenever he was on the door. But this Matrix completely changed how a lot of movies are filmed, and honestly, phenomenal story. It's something that's still referenced today. That whole mess with your mind debate of are we really in the Matrix or not? I even hear my niece talk about it, and that came out before she was born.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Till this day, they still say it's the Matrix.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You're saying we in the Matrix now?
Yeah, that's what people still say.
Oh, damn, man.
Yeah,
Let me
you
stay
hear the
plugged in and
debate
sleep.
Mm-hmm. What you say, Danny?
Let me stay plugged in and sleep. Because damn if I want to go to Zion.
I agree with you too.
Not thanks.
Yeah, I don't want to go Zion either.
Okay, number one, already mentioned by Danny. Again, this is one. I don't care what time it is. I see it's on TV. I am putting it on. I mean, the Green Mile, absolutely classic movie. It stayed in theaters, honestly, the longest that year.
I'm telling you, man, Stephen King.
Michael Clark Duncan, he's got it. I just wanted to curl up in his pocket because he was just so adorable.
Mm-hmm.
Stephen King is a master, bro.
Mm.
That and Shawshank are two perfect movies.
Was Shawshank's the one he technically isn't credited as, I think. There's several movies he's not credited for because he used
credit for that because when I saw it, I was like, there ain't no way he wrote this. But
I can't remember. Hold on.
I watched about every Stephen King movie ever made, with exception of It. I can't watch it.
Wait, hold on just a second.
Really? Why not?
I've seen them.
I don't care for clowns, bro.
Understandable.
You're scared of clowns?
I ain't scared of them, but I don't care for them.
So you never seen the remakes either?
Can't remember who.
I saw the original, and I was like, this ain't my cup of tea.
Oh,
like
man,
Christine, the Langoliers.
Yeah, I've seen both the original and the remakes. Yeah, don't see the remakes if you're not keen on clowns.
Yeah, the remake is so good though.
I like the remake, but there's just something about Tim Curry and the way he does it. There's just
in the Storm of the Century. That's one of my favorites too.
Man, I forgot that came out that year.
They would have. I don't think it came out that year, but if they would have picked my child, I'd have been just like him. You guys to die, especially that wife.
Storm of the Century. I don't remember that one.
It's about this some kind of godlike creature that came to this island in like Massachusetts. And he had he needed to teach somebody his powers before he died, but his death was like many years, double or triple hours. So he needed to teach somebody. So he came to this island and he had put these 10 kids in a coma and he had their parents in his room and had to dig into this bag. And every parent that pulled out the white rock, he wouldn't pick the child. But if you had the black rock, then he was going to take your child. Or if you didn't do it, he was going to kill everybody in the town. And Daddy was like, we not. But the wife let the son go. And sure enough, the damn creature picked his son. And he left his wife. And it's the guy that voices Superman. Tim Daly,
Okay, yeah.
he stars in it. If you ever
Oh,
get a
yeah.
chance to see it, man, it's a good movie. Also, I'm gonna show you this right quick. I
Yep,
don't know if they sell these in Canada, but if they do, bro, get it.
I think they do.
Di Serrano.
I'm about to go off camera for a minute.
Yeah, no problem. Did you do your number one, Max?
Yes, I did.
Yeah.
Green
Oh,
Mile.
okay.
Green Mile.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I mean, I can't lie. Every time, seriously, literally every time after I watch that movie, I sit down and I do the math of how long for a common field mouse versus how long for Tom Hanks' character.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I mean, I'll admit that's one of the things that I really love about the movie is that it gives me a chance to do math,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm sure I just confused everybody in the chat over.
Probably did. You want to go,
Boondock
Chris?
Saints, that'll be a good
Oh,
one.
you go right ahead, man. I'm still kind of going through. Yeah, I mean, I think I got it, but you go ahead.
All right. So my number 5 is going to be Bowfinger with Eddie Murphy and Steve Martin. I
Really?
mean, absolutely, bro. That movie was funny. That movie was good. Eddie Murphy played two different characters. You know, it's very underrated movie. Very, very underrated movie. It's really funny. It's directed well. They all did a good job in that movie. You know, Eddie Murphy with his keep it together, keep it together. That shit was hilarious, bro. Number 4, I'm going with The 13th Warrior, Antonio Banderas movie.
Very good movie.
Oh my God, that movie was so impressive to me. When I went into it, I didn't know nothing about it, and I watched that movie, and I was like, oh my God, like this movie is really good. I've always liked Antonio Banderas anyways, from Desperado and all those movies. The one he did with Sylvester Stallone, Assassins, I think is probably one of his best movies as well. But 13th Warrior is definitely
I
up
can't
there.
believe you actually got some pretty good taste.
I do got taste, bro.
When you ain't on that other stuff.
What
Damn,
other stuff?
Blank Man and damn the other thing. Well,
You're lucky it didn't come out this year because that
Oh
would be
my
number
God.
1 and number 2.
Oh, God.
All right, number 3, I'm going to go with The Matrix. Now, The Matrix, when that movie came out, it's like man says, everybody was like, shit, are we living in The Matrix? Like, it was so relatable. Like, people actually started thinking that this world is The Matrix. It did a lot of things for movies that was never seen before, like the slow motion and the bullets and all of that. So number 3 is definitely Matrix. I mean, wasn't a big fan of Keanu Reeves until that movie. And then after that, he's just been doing great stuff. Number 2, I'm going to go with The Sixth Sense. And the reason why I'm going to go with The Sixth Sense is because I like movies with twists at the end. And when that twist happened at the end,
I didn't see that. I did not see it. I was like, what the hell?
What is it?
Sixth Sense.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think anybody's seen that twist coming. And the fact
First
that
time I watched it, I didn't.
I saw it coming.
stop lying.
I watched it in black and
I'm
white.
not lying. I love that movie, but man, there's just certain times I see it, and I got in trouble there too because I said something. I was like, "No, they're not." And the person next to me is like, "Be quiet." And I'm like, "What? Do you not have you not figured this out? Why is he talking to this boy?" And I mean, he's sitting there talking to this boy, and nobody notices him throughout the whole freaking movie. It's like only the boy is paying any attention to him.
But you don't know that the first time you're watching it because
That's why I didn't know it.
Right, because they have way too many scenes, like the one where he's sitting in the restaurant with his wife and she's ignoring him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. She doesn't actually talk or say anything to it.
But the way they had it written is that
she was mad at him, right?
With him and
it seems so freaking obvious to me, and that was the thing. It's like I don't know
that and the Book of Eli. I did not see those two.
Oh yeah, where he's blind at the end. Yeah,
at the end, I was like, how the hell this sucker did all this shit and blind?
But like I said, it's like The Matrix. I mean, halfway through the second movie, I knew how it was going to end. I knew the whole damn next part of it. I mean, it was like it ruined it. I was like sitting there going, like, they're not going to do what they're doing, are they? The only difference between the last two of The Matrix and The Sixth Sense is at least the movie still was good. I mean, that was the thing about The Sixth Sense.
was good, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I said.
And
that
the
movie.
Thing is, well, other than Chris, but when you go back and watch it a second time, that's when you realize that nobody is paying attention to him. At least that's what happened for me.
Yeah,
when I watched it
me
again
too.
the second time, I was like, oh shit, yeah, really, no one's really talking to him. So I'm like, okay, this movie is pretty sick, you know? And I've been ranting since this dream first started, so we all know what my number one movie is.
Oh my Lord.
What do you mean, oh my Lord? What are you guys talking about? Number one movie of 1999 was Star Wars: The Phantom Menace.
Lonzo,
That's right.
I'm not
I
going to disagree with you that it was a good movie. I'm not. I'm not going to disagree with you that it was an awesome movie. I'm not. But
okay,
you can't sit here and tell me
yes, I can.
that you can't sit here and truthfully tell me
yes, I can.
that Star Wars is better than Green Mile and Any Given Sunday. It ain't. It's not.
Yes, it absolutely was.
No.
It absolutely was. I'm going to tell you why.
Okay.
Because Phantom Menace was more than just a movie. It was an experience. Okay? Because that was the first movie I ever seen at midnight. I mean, when it was announced, everybody was going crazy. I went and got my ticket. So I'm thinking, you know, I'm going like when the movie theater opens to get my tickets and everything.
Lonzo, you only like 4 years younger than me. I've been seeing midnight shows for 25 years.
Yeah, but I haven't. I mean, Phantom Menace was my first one.
God.
At 99, I was like, what, maybe in my 20s? 25, 26? There was no other movie that was playing at midnight at the time. At least not here. They weren't playing at midnight.
29 and 99.
Right? So I went, I bought my tickets, you know, and I'm thinking I'm going to go to this movie theater, and it's like opens at 10. So I'm like, all right, I'll get up there. I'll go for 9. I'll stay outside. I'll do my thing, burn my spliff and whatever, right? So I get there now, and I walk into the mall, and I go to wait in line, and security guy comes up to me. He's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean, no? He's like, out there. So I look around, and that fucking line went all the way around the theater, bro. I was like, are you kidding me? And the people that were in the mall waiting were the ones that had camped out overnight. So I was like, okay, this is not happening. So I went outside and I stood right in the front of the line. I'm like, I'm not going anywhere further, right? And at the time, people used to be scared of me because I used to always have this screw face on. So now imagine a black man standing there with a screw face, smoking a spliff. No one said nothing to me. So I went, I bought my ticket.
Especially when they heard the accent. Oh, hell, this fool from Jamaica.
Like, yeah, no one's talking to me, right? So I walked right in, went and got my ticket. Boom. So now movie night, okay, because the tickets came out like maybe a couple weeks or a month before. Movie night. I go to the movie, and I kid you not, I thought I stepped into the fucking cantina from A New Hope, bro. I walked into that place, and there was nothing but cosplay. I mean, there was this dude that had a Darth Maul painted face, and he looked like trash, right? So I'm laughing at him. I'm like, oh, this is hilarious, you know?
So how the hell he knew about Darth Maul before the movie?
Because it was
the previous.
Listen, no, not only that, but you know, one of the biggest problems with that movie, it was the fact that they released the soundtrack like a week before the movie was released, and one of the titles was called "The Death of Qui-Gon Jinn." So everybody knew he was going to die.
Oh, well, I don't know. I didn't know about the soundtrack, but
it was like, oh, come on, people.
But it made sense that he was supposed to die anyways. I didn't think he was going to live.
You said the Phantom Menace was experience.
Yeah.
The Revenge of the Sith was the experience for me, because these fools was just like the Jedi, like you said. One was just like Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm.
He put that helmet on, and the crowd went fool. The first time he put the helmet on, and he started breathing. So about to go fool over this shit. This shit ain't even real. What the hell?
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith was an event for me too, because that was the first one I took my son to go see. He was like, when Attack of the Clones came out, he wasn't old enough to go see it in the theaters, but Revenge of the Sith he was, and that was an experience for me too as well. But when I went to go see Phantom Menace, I told you, a guy came in dressed Darth Maul, he was crap. But then, I mean, I'm going to take a page out of Terrence, and I was like, I felt the Force because this guy, no, for real, I felt the dark side, bro, because this one guy came in and he was decked out, and his paint was on point. He had the little horns and everything, bro. I wanted to walk up to this guy and say, wipe them out. All of them. No word of a lie, bro. I was like, yo, I want
one of these lists is going to have to be the Star Wars, and I'll dress up. I'll put my Han Solo cosplay on.
Yeah, Han Solo one.
Oh yeah, dude. No, I've been doing that for years. In fact, originally I just had it put together with different things, and then a friend of mine who worked for 20th Century Fox actually sent me the actual outfits they send to the people. Like when you got too much money and you want to have a theme party, you pay people to come and serve drinks and stuff dressed as the characters. Mm-hmm. Well, they actually use the wardrobe for the studio, because the studio is the one that these people hire to do this. So I actually got one of those costumes from them.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's got thick leather belt, just everything. It's beautiful.
Well, I don't know who this guy was, but he even had the contacts. Like
those people. Yeah, you people who are crazy.
He was Darth Maul. I tell you, like I said, man, I felt him before he even walked into that spot, bro. I was like, what is that? A disturbance in the Force? And then this guy, I turned around and this guy just walked right past me, and I was like, holy shit. And at the time I was with my son's mother, and she was like, damn, like she kind of fucking freaked out, you know? She ain't never seen any shit like that before. So Phantom Menace, that's why, not just because I loved the movie and a lot of people trashed it, but I walked out of that movie very satisfied. And like I said, it was an event. So I loved it. Terrence, what's up, my brother?
Terrence.
What's up?
Yeah, you felt a disturbance in the Force, and look who shows up.
Yeah, I know, right?
You summoned them.
Just as I say disturbance in the Force, Terrence pops up.
Humans all die.
It was probably Terrence that was dressed up as Darth Maul in that theater, boy. Trust me. So yeah, number one, Phantom Menace, hands down.
Okay.
You want to go, Chris? You ready?
I'm ready, but he hasn't told me to go ready yet, because I think
his mic is off, so you go ahead.
Oh, I thought he was shaking his head that you're number one.
I had to work. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right. All
What's
right.
up, Terrence?
What's up?
Hey.
Appreciate it.
Allergies suck. Oh. All right. So, number 5, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost. Number 4, Inspector Gadget. Number 3, South Park, Bigger, Louder, and Uncut. Number 2, Baby Geniuses. And number 1, Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me.
Okay, yeah, let's go with your real list. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly.
I had to play around with you guys because there was some. I don't know. I've seen all of those, and I mean, they got some interesting parts. Baby Geniuses was like a thing my kids loved, so I had to watch that a ton. And not to mention the fact that I also know there's a sequel to that.
Just be glad you weren't stuck watching fucking Elmo Palooza every day, all day.
Luckily, my kids never caught on to that. It was Thomas instead, which is okay. I mean, I would
deal with Thomas.
Yeah.
That damn.
Okay. God,
I hate that.
Number 5, Matrix. I mean, even to this day, I don't know if I've ever seen a movie quite like that movie. It's not gonna. I don't know. It kind of ages all right just because of the premise behind it. They say that it's, the Matrix is something that's stuck in the 90s. So they really ground it, the difference between what you're seeing and what's reality. So it works even to this day, even though the old phones and all that, but they do a really good job of grounding it. Now that's going to be an issue, I think, with 4, because they've already said the Matrix was built to look like the late 20th century. It's exactly what they say. And so it'll be interesting what they do with 4. And if they try to move everything backwards and look, but
Mhm.
we'll see what happens. Number 4, Sleepy Hollow. I swear to God, this is still one of my favorite movies. Maybe because of the outfits they put Christina Ricci in. Maybe because I got a thing for her. So whatever.
Johnny Depp, right?
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
But it was just really good adaptation of the book. It's not really like the book, but it's just I love the way they did it. The gore is kind of cartoonish in a way, but real enough. I've never seen so many heads cut off in a movie that just when you see it, it doesn't really look like what you're seeing. It's interesting. And they do it a billion different ways. I mean, people are killed not the same way every time. It's interesting. But I love Tim Burton, and I love that movie.
What movie was that?
Sleepy Hollow.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Sleepy Hollow was fire. I like that.
Yeah, it was good.
Number
I'm not
3.
a Johnny Depp fan.
Yeah, I love Johnny Depp. I love Tim Burton. I love that movie. And again, like I said, Christina Ricci and the tops that push everything. Yeah. Anyways, number 3, Thomas Crown Affair. Definitely, I like that movie.
See that? See that?
yeah.
Also?
I'm just saying,
Garbage.
it's a great movie. No, it's not garbage. It's not. It's a great
Garbage.
movie.
He's in the original, but I don't like the original one better than the remake.
Yeah. Number 2, Galaxy Quest. I'm a big Trekkie, and I loved that movie. Still to this day, if I'm flipping through like my digital stuff and that shows up, I'll be like, yeah, I haven't seen that for a while. Let's watch it. Number 1, The Green Mile.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, listen, there's movies out there that can make me cry. That's one of them.
Mm.
It just the way you feel when everything happens. It just, I don't know. And Stephen King can write a book, but to write a book with that much feeling and then the movie come out that way, I don't know. It's just that's almost a once in a lifetime movie. Almost.
He did it twice.
Yeah, I know, but that
Shawshank was perfect.
Shawshank's really good, but I don't think it's exactly the same
It is for me.
feeling.
Both of them.
It doesn't quite have the heart
Yeah.
wrenching that Green Mile does.
Yeah, because they get out in Shawshank, and in fact, actually, the way that it was supposed to end in Shawshank, you never know what happens.
But
But
in
that didn't-
Shawshank, the part that really grabbed me is when that guy told him knew could free him.
Mhm.
The damn warden and the damn bully pit bull guard shot that man cold blood. It's kind of
Yep.
like
Yeah, no, I mean,
hopes and dreams. I was like, damn.
they're both really good movies. I mean, they both really are. But Green Mile, definitely. And I'm going to answer you about this, Anzo. The Phantom Menace is one of the weakest additions to Star Wars.
Get the fuck out of here.
The kid is atrocious.
Hold on.
There is-
You're gonna say that with the sequel trilogy out there?
Well, yes, I said one of. I didn't say the worst.
Okay, so
From the get-go,
Attack
when it
of the
was the
Clones
6
better
of
than
them,
Phantom Menace?
when it was the 6 of them, I said it was the worst one of all of them.
Attack of the Clones was better than Phantom Menace?
Yes, because it was something that we had heard about. I didn't
No, it
need
was not.
the exposition.
Attack of the Clones
bullshit
was not better
Yes.
than Clones. No, it was not.
all day because I didn't have to listen to that whiny ass kid who had no acting ability.
But you had to listen to
Are
this
you
fucking
an
boring
angel?
ass. You had to listen to
My
this
mom
boring ass shit.
About
You
angels
had to
once.
listen to this boring ass shit until some action finally happened. Like what happens
Action,
in
the only
fucking-
action that's going on in the Phantom Menace is at the end.
No, there's more than that. There's more than that.
It's one of the weakest. And
You're-
honest to
you
God,
are
I'll tell you,
bananas.
it sits.
You are bananas.
It sits at either the 7th, maybe even the 8th place in my list of best.
You
Star
are
Wars
absolutely crazy, Danny. Phantom's on his ass. Phantom's on him, please. This guy is fucking nuts. Thank you.
What the hell?
You cannot put any of the sequel trilogies over Phantom Menace. Just can't do it.
I would put
fight scenes alone, I have to agree with Lonzo.
Well, okay, yeah, okay.
Mhm.
If we're going off of fight scenes, no, it doesn't. It ranks. Actually, if you want to go by the fight scenes, it would go
Second.
Second or
Second.
third. Third. Wait.
First is Revenge of the Sith. Second is
No, because I think the fight that we see in Attack of the Clones at the end with Count Dooku, you got 3 Jedis against 1 Sith. I mean,
and Yoda.
Yeah, and Yoda's in it for the first time. We'd never seen Yoda before. That
would be
automatically puts it second.
Would
First would be Revenge of the Sith, and then third would be The Phantom Menace.
I doubt that. I disagree. I think
I love that. Well, you see, here's the thing:
that fight with Darth Maul.
Yeah, it's awesome, but man,
Yoda was okay, but Yoda was just jumping around.
Yeah. Anyway,
he had more oomph because
I'm just talking about.
Be like, damn, this little thing do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Man, the overall though of that movie is just. I mean, I still like it. It works better. It works better than The Force Awakens as a beginning movie, but
are so much better.
I don't know. It just
absolutely.
I mean, it still goes number 6 guaranteed. If I rank it 1 through 9, I guess it'd still be number 6. But I mean, even then, it's like there's some things about some of the prequels that I like better than The Phantom Menace. I just can't get over the fact that, listen, I can't remember who the kid was, but they had a different
Jake
kid.
Lloyd.
No, they had a different one that was supposed to do it, and I can't remember what movies. There's a movie that he has out, and the kid could actually act. Jake
there
Lloyd
was not no second one.
There
was not. If you watch it, George Lucas picked Jake Lloyd.
Yes, but there was other ones that they were trying to hold on.
Yes, of course they had auditions, but Jake Lloyd was the one who George Lucas picked right from the start. And you can't question me on that because I watched the documentary over and over and over again.
George Lucas has said a lot of things after the fact.
Hold
on.
Whatever you want to say was in the documentary. You're still on the Gray Jedi. I still ain't got no proof of that, so you can't come and tell me anything, bro. Like, really? Okay, you're looking. I'll wait. Danny, I think you're going to have to go a little bit longer on the stream today because he will never find that. You might as well go, Terrence.
No, let Terrence go.
Get your list, Terrence.
You can look for it.
Yeah, I got my list.
Thank you, Ninjroid.
I mean, unless Chris found what he was looking for.
He's not going to find it, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, I came up with this list in like 5 seconds. This list is mostly based off of how many times I've seen these movies in comparison to all the others that I like. Number 5, the first American Pie movie. I think I was like 12 or 13 when I first saw the movie. And, when I was little, I had a lot of questions about life and communication with humans in general. It's even more so now that I'm older, but I still had a lot of those qualities when I was younger. And I was like, I wonder what the universe is like and how I can get answers to the many questions that I had that adults just didn't seem to answer in the way that I wanted. So, and then when I saw American Pie, I was like, oh, so that's what I got to do. I got to fuck as many girls as possible. I got to get the dick wet and stuff. So I was like, that's what I need to do. And then what brought it all home for me is the fact that I have a bunch of friends, especially at that time, where they were pretty much the characters in that movie. I knew a bunch of people like Stifler and the whole crew.
I'll go ahead and tell you right now, since you because this is directly from. I'm sorry.
Wait, no. Go ahead.
And I'm going to put it in the private chat, and I will put it in the other one.
Put it in the private chat. Go ahead, Danny. Go ahead, Terrence. Finish it up.
It also includes Michael Angrano or whatever, who George Lucas was particularly impressed with. This is from the casting.
Okay, but George Lucas picked Lloyd.
What I'm saying is that he was actually the second one because the first
No,
person.
he was not.
I can't wait to hear this in full
You just
detail.
said all you said was George Lucas
Listen,
particularly
the part
impressed with him.
eventually came down.
His first choice was Jake. I'm telling you, his first choice was Jake.
Lucas deciding that while the A guy was a better actor, he liked Lloyd better. But
Which was his first choice. That's what I said.
He made the final choice.
Because he has the movie. It's the movie. Of course he's going to make the final choice.
What I'm saying is your casting directors picked the other guy. He got the final choice. That doesn't mean
that doesn't even say that his casting directors picked the other guy. You're pulling that shit out your ass.
No, I'm not. That's what I'm saying.
That's what did you read that to me? You didn't read that to me. That's not what you read. You said there was two choices. Obviously, there's going to be more than one choice. His first choice was Jake Lloyd. I am telling you this. I will go put on my Phantom Menace DVD right now, documentary, and find it for you.
That too.
Then watch it.
They're not going to go through all of it. They're going to talk about it. They're going to talk about the actors who are in it.
Right, and they talked about him saying Jake Lloyd was the number one choice. It was said by George Lucas in that documentary. I'm telling you. Of course, there's going to be more than one option for a movie. Of course, there's going to come down to one or two different characters, people, when you're doing a casting call. Of course. But his number one choice was Jake Lloyd.
All right, go Terrence.
Sorry for that, Terrence.
No, it's fine. So back to me thinking that getting a dick wet was the fundamental essence of life. But yeah, so watched the movie, thought it was funny and entertaining, and then I figured that the way that those various characters were approaching the various females, I'm like, I probably shouldn't do it like that. These guys seem to be like fucking idiots, but they were funny. But it was just interesting how many times I've seen that movie, and also the subsequent sequels, specifically with those characters. So yeah, number 5. Then number 4, The Mummy with Brendan Fraser. Oh man, I don't even know how many times I've seen that movie from beginning to end. Like, I couldn't give you a realistic number because I've seen it way too many times. Like, not even just scenes. I mean, from start to finish. I like the story, the action, and then Arnold Vosloo as Imhotep. You remember, like, when the kind of explorers, when they started grabbing the different artifacts from the temples, and then he, like, one by one tracked it down and killed those individuals because it brought with it a special curse. I was like, as a kid, if I'd have took one of them little things, I'd have been like, yep, Imhotep. Actually, I was going to put it back. See what had happened is that I took it specifically just to polish it up, so that way when you return, all your little artifacts, yeah, exactly.
That's what you would hear.
So, I thought he was cool. I'm like, yeah, I feel like I follow Imhotep, as long as he promises not to do none of that terrifying shit where he gets all big.
Let me ask you this, Terrence. Which mummy do you like the best, Imhotep or the Jet Li mummy?
Oh no, the first one over that all day.
Imhotep, definitely.
The first two, I like
a
lot. But I do like that third one with Jet Li. I just don't think it's as good as those other two. Oh yeah, absolutely.
Right. He was good, but
I like that. Yeah, but it
was the weaker out of the 3.
Yeah, it just didn't have the story impact, and it didn't feel as fresh as, like, say, the first installment, where I was really feeling the characters and story and the idea of the Imhotep character, and thinking, yeah, I could see you putting him in one more movie, which is what they did, because I thought he was just such a good character. As to where with Jet Li, I was like, he's fitting for this, but I don't need to see him again, which hurts my heart because I'm like one of the biggest Jet Li fans around. So, but yeah, I can't forget Imhotep, and I was one beast dude, and very unrelenting and wrecking your shit if he feels that you have screwed him over or disrespected him in any sort of way. So I was fully convinced of his character. So seen that a lot of times. Then my number 3, which I've probably seen just as much, if not more, is Big Daddy with Adam Sandler.
Ooh, nice one. Love that movie.
what was interesting, like Adam Sandler to me, like he has a lot of classic movies. Like recently, like Uncut Gems, like I thought was great. Like he has like a special kind of acting ability where you're like, yeah, this dude is funny, but how can he do it with drama? So I feel like that is some of what you see in Big Daddy in terms of getting a
Hmm.
sort of early peek at it. But just this guy, sort of being lazy and just not really caring about a lot of things in life. And then this kid comes into his life and he's like, yeah, yeah, you little bastard. And that's pretty much how I feel right now. Some little kid comes in my life. I'm like, get your little ass out of here. I'm not taking care of you. You were not watching these stupid shows. Get out of here. But the over the course of the film, the fact that the kid was, winning him over, and then at first he was like, "Nope, I'm not feeling nothing. Nope, little
Hmm.
bastard, I don't feel nothing." And then he began to accept it, and you got that segment where the kid gets snatched away. As a kid, I was like, "Damn,
Hmm.
that's pretty sad. Like, why you do that to me?" I went from laughing to like, was this meant to be like this with the sadness and the kid and stuff? So I figure like that's probably what has to happen to me. Like someone would have to win me over because I already have my stance. I'm like, nope, fuck out of here. But if the kid is special enough, then that could happen to me. So I'm like, that's. I was thinking about that when I was younger too. So it just really a full circle of entertainment and provoked a lot of thought that I didn't expect while watching a comedy. That just really doesn't happen like that too often. It's either just really blatantly silly or they just don't know how to do the comedy properly within the context of the story. So yeah. Um, Number two, Fight Club. So that's the one with Brad Pitt and
Hmm.
Edward Norton. Um, Man, I really like the story of that film. I like Brad Pitt's performance in there. I like Edward Norton, and I thought the idea that you had them both in the same movie and the way that they played off of each other in the various scenes throughout the movie, I thought was very compelling. With something where when you tell someone the premise, they're like, "Oh, you probably won't get that much out of it," but then when you watch it, you see how much depth is actually put into the film. Like it's not just one of those one-off. You didn't seen it 1,000 times, and it's extremely generic. So I appreciate that film a lot.
Hmm.
Um, and then my number one is one of my favorite movies of all time, The Matrix. The
Hmm.
first one. Um, Before I go into that, I just wanted to say for the humans listening, I don't care about the sequels. Like they have some cool stuff in it. Not even gonna really get into the third one because that made me think about suicide too many times because it was so bad. I have no interest in the fourth movie. I will watch it because it's a movie, and then hopefully it'll be better than three at the very least. But
Mm.
the first one, the stuff they were able to do with the
Groundbreaking.
yeah, exactly, special
Hmm.
effects, the fight scenes, the slow mo, and then the coolness of the characters. Like when you see them, they have a certain look to them. There's a
Hmm.
certain swag with the characters that is specifically the Matrix. You see
Hmm.
a random scene, you see a still, you're like, that's the Matrix. You're not going to be thinking about, oh, what movie could that be? It's the fucking Matrix. Um,
That movie was the first one to use the slow motion.
yeah, they did that very well. I
Hmm.
like that. And
I don't think so.
the
What
characters. Wait, what was that, Dan?
didn't didn't Shooter came out before the Matrix?
Who? Shooter?
Um,
I don't
I
think so.
think I
Not
think.
Shooter, but the one when Angelina Jolie was training them how to be
Oh,
assassin.
Wanted? No,
Oh,
that
you
didn't.
mean Wanted? No, that
Yeah,
came out
no,
after.
laughter.
Yeah, that came out after. But yeah, it's not just the coolness and the fight scenes and the technology that's used in the movie. It's also the characters are really great and interesting. Like each one of them for different reasons, and it also has a lot of philosophical elements in it, and it makes you think, which is what I like in any content that I'm watching. Because I'm like, I don't like you can have all the fight scenes and special effects, but if you don't have anything that provokes thought, you might be cheering about it this week, but give it a couple months, you're not gonna care about that shit no more because a lot of stuff does that. But if something can get you to reflect, especially on reality in the case of the Matrix, because it really spoke to what humanity is, even today, right? You have a lot of
Hmm.
humans that are very weak and sheep like. They don't think for themselves. All their thoughts and opinions come from someone else. It's maybe their family member, maybe a president, maybe this person or that person, and you are presented with an option like, okay, if you are strong enough and unique enough, you can get pulled out of that false reality into the real one. And the real one comes with a lot of pain and suffering that a lot of humans do not accept because it would crush them emotionally. So you have that. And while I was cheering for Neo and them, when it got to the agents like Smith, I was like, this dude is cool, but I like Neo better. But then when he started talking, like that scene when he had Morpheus after he whooped his ass in that bathroom, and then he was talking about humans, how they're a virus and they're fucking up the planet. I'm like, he is 100% right. I'm like, all the shit that's happening to the
Hello,
planet and all
Daddy.
these things. What was that? What was that there?
Hello, Daddy.
Oh. But yeah, like everything he said, I thought was 100% correct because what he did was an overall assessment. You know, he wasn't looking at the 2% of humanity that's exceptional. It's a really small number, but a lot of times, what humans don't seem to understand is that any sort of good thing that they're talking about is really rare and it's conditional. So that's why Agent Smith, he didn't believe in Morpheus and he thought Neo was a joke. He like, yeah, you found somebody special. That's just another fucking human that I'm gonna fuck up and I'm gonna do it in front of you just to show you. Which when you see Neo, be revealed as the one after even after the Oracle was like, yeah, here's some cookies. Yeah, you're not the one. I'm sorry, you're not the one. Get out of here. And Neo's like, damn. I might have wasted my time, but there's nothing like proving somebody wrong when you get your shit wrecked and then you see the afterlife and then you get kissed by Trinity, then your heart start pumping again, you stand up slowly and you just see the world in a different way. And you're like, so you got bullets, huh? Like I will take all the clips you have before I wreck your shit. So for him to induce fear into the Agent Smith character, it just, oh man, I was just cheering, man. I was hoping
I
that
don't.
maybe
No, sorry. Go ahead.
no, I was just saying, like, I was hoping that maybe one day I can figure out how to stop the bullets midair like that, and then maybe pick it out and then just drop it and look at the person like, "What the fuck you gonna do now? Did you not see how I stopped them bullets? I mean, what you gonna do to me?" Like, I'm hoping to be able to do that one day. So, yeah.
I hope you get that done one day. But
Yeah.
Samuel says Blade started the slow mo. I don't remember no slow mo in Blade.
No, bullet time was created for
By
the
Matrix. Yes, yeah, exactly. I don't
They
remember no
actually,
slow
they
mo in
actually
Blade.
won. They actually won the an
Award
Oscar
for that.
for that.
Exactly.
I remember when he threw the girl like on.
You're chipping out, Danny.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
That's
go
better.
ahead.
I remember he threw that black girl, nurse, whatever he was. He kind of threw her like off the top of the building.
Wait,
Ooh,
wait,
you're
what was
chipping
that?
out. Yeah, you sound he froze.
But I mean, to add on to that, I remember Equilibrium. It came out around the same time. That's
Mm-hmm.
probably the only film around there that I feel
Had
matches
the
the
kind
cool
of slow mo,
elements.
right?
Yeah, it
Mm,
matches the cool elements, and also it's a different story. You get a
Mm-hmm.
different set of badass, compelling characters, specifically on just the side of emotion and how one processes that throughout the course of their life. So,
Well, do you remember any slow mo in Blade?
let's see. Not really. I mean, you had like a really brief moment when he threw one of the weapons, but then it
Mm-hmm.
sped up though. That was only for you to see the design, but it was brief. Like it's not
Right.
like slow mo
uh,
to the degree of the Matrix. It's not
I
the
think
same thing.
I think what he's referring to is the club scene.
God, I don't
Towards the beginning.
remember.
Club scene towards
Well,
the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
Uh,
I know. I remember the club scene. I just don't
yeah,
remember any slow mo
it
there.
yeah,
no, that
like
was strobe lighting,
Oh,
which
okay. This
for a
made it
lot of
seem
eyes
like it was
can
slow.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
oh well, yeah, that's different. But
Yeah, absolutely.
Blade was very fast paced. I mean, Wesley Snipes had a natural speed to his fighting, but it was supposed to be presented that way
Can you hear
because
me now?
vampires are quicker and stronger
Hmm.
than
Yeah.
humans.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He's
what
saying
was that?
yes, it is. I guess he's talking about the part Danny was talking about. Where throw him out the window, Danny, or something like that.
Yeah, he threw the
Oh,
black
oh
girl out the
yeah.
window.
Yeah, there's one when he jumps. That's right.
When he jumped, it was in slow
That
mo.
was the slow mo. Yeah, yeah. But
Mhm.
that's
But
still not
that's
the same thing as the
same
Matrix stuff.
exactly. Yeah, that's
No,
what I'm saying. It's
absolutely
not
not.
even close. Movies were doing that for years, but what the Matrix did was take it to
Yeah,
another level.
right. That's right. And
Mhm.
for the humans listening, while I love all the cool shit in the movie, the thing that made me watch that and over and why it's one of my favorite movies, period, is because of the philosophical elements that's in it.
Mhm.
That's what does it for me. Not
Mhm.
the trench coat and the glasses and the fight, the conversations that are had about humanity. Because you can I'll speak for myself. I can teach a whole class on every single scene in the Matrix that has dialogue in it and force the class to think and give me a report, and I would compare and contrast and stuff like that, and based off of what I think. Like I can do a whole class around that. That's because that's how
Well,
much stuff is in there, and that's how much stuff I got from viewing the film.
like I said before, when the Matrix came out, everybody was saying we're living in the Matrix. You know what I mean? Like everybody's like, "Oh, this is the Matrix." Anytime something happens, till this day, it's like, "Oh shit,
That's
the
right.
Matrix is acting up."
Th-
You know what I
that-
mean?
That's right. The red pill, the blue pill, and I remember having those conversations. I'm like, no, most humans would be cowards and they would choose to live in their lives because it's easier that way. The idea of the unknown scares humans. I mean, you get stuff like when humans lose their car keys, they start panicking like somebody got shot. If they can't handle shit like that, they ain't gonna be able to
Bro,
deal with
if the
that shit.
alternative is me living like I'm living now or living in Zion, man, fuck Zion. No, I'm not.
Well, okay,
No,
like I
no,
understand that, and I get that, but if Morpheus came to me and he told me that what you're in is fake and you could be in reality and learn things and improve yourself, I would immediately jump at that, even
no. The
faster than
first
what
question
Neo
I'd be
did.
like, if I don't like reality, can I take another pill to go back? Because damn,
See,
eating that flop shit they
but
was eating every day.
see,
Mm-mm,
Mm-hmm.
and
no,
and and
that
that
ain't
and they
happening.
had and the Wachowskis made a scene and a character reflecting your thoughts. His name is Cipher. That was a piece of
well,
shit character.
well,
I'm
not
not
only
saying
that.
that's you, Danny, but yeah, Cipher. This fool was eating a full blown steak. Like, hey man, I'm getting tired of eating that slop.
I remember that.
Morpheus is a
I remember
fucking
that part,
asshole.
and that was in the scene.
but but
That's how
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how they win me over. Straight
Morpheus
up,
did
after that
tell him.
same piece of steak.
What do you say,
Morpheus did tell.
Vance?
Oh, sorry. Mhm.
That's how they win me over.
Oh
No,
yeah.
piece
See,
of
Well,
like
steak
I
just like that. Give me some chocolate. Yep.
see my thing is that it wasn't so much that like whether it be when I'm a kid or now it's like I have more thoughts about it, life experience, more intelligence, but like it wasn't so much that he wanted to return to the typical mediocre life, but it was how he did it. The fact that he betrayed the people that were his family. I'm
hmm
like, that
Yeah.
is a bitch
Now
ass
that's
human. I
dirty.
wanted
I'll
him to
give you
die
that.
for that shit.
That's
hmm
dirty. But
But Morpheus did tell Neo that once he takes the pill, there's no turning back.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
Then
So,
he's like, "This is your last chance." He was like, "You can
hmm
either choose to be a weak puppet like the rest of the humans, or you could come with me and be beast as fuck." Because, by the way, you are the
uh,
one, so you're gonna be better than all of us anyway. So I'm like, "Yeah, that sounds
a
good to
weak
me."
pussy motherfucker sounds pretty good right about now.
No,
Right.
Danny, Danny, do not apply that to yourself. I'm talking about
I'm
the
telling you, if I had
basic
that
human
choice,
condition.
if I had that
I get
choice,
you, but I'm only talking about it in the context of the way that Morpheus was presenting it
I
to
got you.
Neo.
I understand. I'm comfortable with that choice.
Presenting it. Hey, I love the Matrix just as much as you do, but Morpheus left out some key details
Hell
in
yeah,
the
he
he
did.
sure did.
Yeah.
See that, and that's the thing though. Like,
You're gonna eat pig slop for the rest of your life. You got life
yeah,
expectancy of
got
maybe a
eat, eat,
year.
I
eat a big bowl of snot 3 times a day.
No.
now
Yeah, I would
my
have told him to shove that
see
pill right
my
up the.
I like because I've been in a position where I've been homeless and not had any food. So to me, that's better than starving. And also, from the stuff that he was able to offer Neo, from my perspective, that would be so much more acceptable than what I'm getting now. Like you're telling me that I am going to be exposed to a different type of world. You're
The
telling
only
me that
thing,
at a beck and whim I can get smarter. You can
okay,
add to elements of my train. There's a lot of things in there
the only
that
thing that
from
that world
watching
could,
that appeals to me.
The only thing that he could offer Neo that he couldn't get in the Matrix was the ability to fly. All that other shit he could do.
Mm-hmm.
No, I hear
Flying.
that. And look,
Yeah.
look. That is normal. That sort of response and reaction. I'm not against it, but like I said, if I were in that position, regardless of the fact that he left out things, my mind would already assume that he's leaving things out. And the reason why he does that is because he probably understands that most humans are cowards and stuff like that will turn them away. So you don't mention it. It's not logical to do that. You can fill them in afterwards. And then based off of how he or she responds, then at that moment you can go, I made the right decision or I made a fucking mistake.
And then when I
Period.
make a fucking mistake, I can't go back.
Danny, why are you putting yourself in this? I got you. Like I'm just saying
I'm
because
just
we,
saying, I'm basing it on what you're saying. That if
Mhm.
someone
for
leaves
me,
something, if you leave the key component out that I can't come back, by the time my mind cope that shit, you better not never turn your back. Cause I'm gonna try to pick up
okay,
something and knock you.
and that's fair, but I can extend it with this. Like for me, no matter like him leaving stuff out or what he tells me, I'd be like, look, Morpheus, no matter what I get myself into, that's not going to be worse than the shit I've already been through. And then it's just like, well, what about the agents and this and that? I'm like, Morpheus, I'm dealing with agents all the time, like humans trying to wreck my shit in different ways. It makes no fucking difference to me at all. So give me the pill. I got you.
I got you.
Gotcha.
All right, well,
Just
we're
want to
gonna go.
say before
Go
you go
ahead.
to that, I want to. Killer said watch. Sorry, Samuel said watch Killer and Hard Boiled. They came out after The Matrix. The
Where the hell
Killer
that?
and Hard Boiled came out after The Matrix.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, is
So,
he? Are you talking about those Chow Yun Fat films or something else?
I think he's the Chow Young Fat ones. The
Yeah,
Killer,
I don't even
which
see
was
that.
the Killer was with him and
Okay.
it was a white chick too, I believe. And
yeah,
Hard
yeah,
Boiled 2 that came out. Those two movies both came out after The Matrix.
yeah. John Woo is a great director and visual
Mhm.
style with the slow mo, the way he does gun action sequences. Like
Mhm.
John Woo is amazing.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Um, what's the movie with you gotta play a Batman? Equilibrium. Didn't that come out
Yeah.
before? Did it have like
No,
some
it came
slow mo?
Came.
it came out around the same time. Like I
Mhm.
didn't know about that. What happened was like way after the fact, I was hanging out with one of my cousins. I was spending the night over his house for like almost a week almost, and he's like, Terrence, he's like, you know, like how you were telling me about, you know, all your training and the mental and all this other stuff. He's like, I think I found a movie where they took your shit, and I was like, oh, what are you talking about? And then when he showed me Equilibrium, I'm like, yeah, pretty much. I mean, it is pretty much an entire society of Terrences.
Well,
They just added
no,
that
no.
Prozium pill.
Equilibrium came out in 2002.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It came out
so
after the
Matrix was first.
Matrix.
Yeah, it came out after.
the
I'm
the
telling you
the
what, boy,
Kurt
that
Wimmer
gun Carter, I would
Kurt
love to
Wimmer, the
learn that
guy
shit.
that Kurt Wimmer, the guy that wrote and directed that, the
Mhm.
concept was around before. The Matrix happened to come out first, but
Yeah,
he
Mhm.
had developed that concept like I don't know, I
yeah. I
want to
think I
say
heard that. I
like a
seen that on like
handful of
one of
years. Yeah,
the
and
theatrical
yeah, like
releases or something like
he was talking about that in the commentary because the reason what delayed it is because he was actually trying to fully develop a fighting system that they could teach to law enforcement,
that.
which
Yeah,
would have made
Mm.
I
every cop on the planet hacked as fuck. Is what would
I
happen.
would
So yeah.
love to learn that gun Carter shit. That
Hmm.
shit was fire.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the fact that it came out, I mean, if it came out first, we don't know if we would have had the actual slow motion shit, right? We could have just had
Right.
some
Right. Yeah.
fast gunplay and shit. But it came out after Matrix, so he probably was like, "Oh, we could throw some slow motion in here." Like, regardless, Matrix revolutionized that slow motion shit.
He's saying
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
killer was
Yeah.
released in '89 and Hardball in '92.
Yeah.
I'll
But
check
he
that.
is talking about
I never seen either
Chow
one. I
Yun
don't know.
Fat films, right?
Are these movies supposed to be the slow motion thing? What you saying,
Yeah,
Samuels?
yeah, that's what he's talking about.
So yeah,
Uh,
it's really because a lot of stuff. It's rare that what you would have with film specifically that something has been
Um,
done for the
Killer
first
came
time.
out. Hold on. Oh yeah, it did come out in '89.
So it's rare that you have something where you can say, okay, we've done this for the first time. But more often than not, what you get is either a person or a filmmaker that puts a concept in a movie and takes it leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else, to where
Exactly.
they might as well have been the first because of what they've managed to do with something
With it.
that may have been introduced in smaller fragments throughout the different course of the film history.
Agree.
So yeah, but interesting. It's one of those things because like I said, I love Matrix, love Equilibrium, but I explained to my cousin, wow, I understood the sort of comparison with fictional characters. Number one, I said, you know, one, I'm real. This is fake shit. Number two, there are things that these characters do and say that I would never do and say. You know what I mean? So, and things play out a certain way because of the plot and stuff like that. But I understand why he decided to bring that to my attention. I probably would have found it later on, but I do appreciate that he, from the basis of what I explained to him with the basic levels of my mental and physical training, that he was able to see a film and go, that's Terrence's shit right there. And he brought it to my attention.
Got you. So I guess we'll do our honorable mentions now. And I guess Mads is muted. Danny's off. So Terrence, go first with your honorable mentions, man. Oh, it's okay. If you want to go first with your honorables.
No, you guys can go first. I'll go after you guys.
Okay, so Mads, go with your honorable mentions.
Really, I only have two.
Okay, it's fine.
And I already mentioned the one. Deep Blue Sea changed how horror movies killed people off, really. Because up until then, I'm gonna straight out say, up until then, you had the standard. We all know who the one that was going to die off first.
Oh yeah, I was so shocked he survived that movie.
Me too.
Yes, he did. He was the first one. He was the first one to survive that movie.
Me too.
The other must have said, "Look, in order for me to do this movie, I ain't dying." Because Samuel Jackson was a bigger star. He died in like the first 30 minutes.
And when he died, was classic. His death scene was so classic in that movie, man.
Yeah, I still laugh at it to this day. Yep.
Yeah,
well,
he's standing there.
He trapped it in the oven. I mean, I love that. Never did get that omelet recipe, but and I'm gonna go with The Mummy.
Okay.
Great movie. I go back, watch it over and over again. I mean, I even love that scene. Oh, look what I got. Really love that.
I know The Mummy is great. So I guess I'll go with mine. My honorable mentions, I got a few. First one is Mystery Men. I fucking love that movie. That movie was so funny, man. I don't care what anybody wants to say. Huh?
That came out in '99?
Yeah, Mystery
My
Men.
list had like almost nothing on it, so.
I know these guys that have these. Hey, did you throw me in the fountain vote for that, Danny? Why you didn't like Mystery Men? Oh shit.
I guess not.
I guess not. Mystery Men was funny, man. After Mystery Men, I got The Mummy. Definitely, that was a classic movie, you know. Galaxy Quest, Big Daddy, Deep Blue Sea, and Fight Club. Those are my honorables.
Mystery Men wasn't bad. I just thought it was kind of goofy.
Yeah, that's why I liked it.
Yeah, it was meant to be silly as hell.
It was.
In the same family as Blank Man.
You know what? Honestly, I think Mystery Men is sillier than Blank Man.
A bit, yeah.
The two,
yeah, absolutely.
Had one guy what fart? One used to fart. Had his ass
Flax
you doubt yourself, you give powers to your doubt. And he was like, "Has anyone seen a pattern to this shit that he's saying?" Like,
the one had a shovel.
Yeah. Oh, and then there was
Angry Man or something.
He couldn't. He kept trying to get his power, and he's get mad and I'm powerful, and only at the
Right.
end did he actually get some power.
The fucking
Okay, you guys
boulder
are not going
chick.
to be surprised on this one. And the one that could go invisible only if he wasn't being looked at.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was Kel Mitchell from All That and Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's my favorite scene in the movie. I did it. Hey, I'm naked.
Because he took off all his clothes, right? Yeah, of course.
They fell off him. Yeah.
My honorable mention was Ghost Dog. I love that movie.
I hated that movie.
You talking about the
Never
one
heard
with
of it.
Forrest Whitaker?
Yep.
I hated that movie.
Do you know he's a real martial artist? Because one
Yes.
of my teachers, Joe, trained him. So I keep
My favorite
repping
scene
for him.
was when the old gangster that is singing Flavor Flav music song in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And he takes the damn sink, and the guy said, "What the hell?" And Tyler put that man fucking. The World Is Not Enough. Pierce Brosnan. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
Austin Powers. That's one of my guilty pleasures. I can watch and laugh at that shit all the time. The Best Man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bicentennial Man with Robin Williams.
Mm-hmm.
In the Days. That was one, I think one of Arnold
Schwarzenegger. Yeah, that was so good too.
The General's Daughter.
I didn't like that one.
No?
Remember the General's Daughter?
No.
John Travolta?
End of
No.
Days.
The End of Days is cool.
No, I don't remember
that
that. Yeah, me too. I liked it too.
The Matrix, Mystery Alaska. That was cool. That was one of Burt Reynolds' movies. October Sky, The Sixth Sense, and Sleepy Hollow.
All right, the Phantom Zone your ass for a couple of those choices, bro.
What are you talking about?
Huh?
This choice right here? Yeah, this choice is awesome. Yeah, I like that choice.
Okay, keep talking. We got my show tomorrow, Danny.
You go check out Mystery Alaska and Sleepy Hollow. I bet you'll like it.
Oh, I like Sleepy Hollow, hands down.
I hated
Mystery
Sleepy
Alaska.
Hollow.
You hated Sleepy Hollow, really?
You can Phantom Zone my ass if you really want, but yeah, I hated Sleepy Hollow.
I didn't like that movie. I didn't think it was bad. I didn't get entertained by it.
Phantom Zone, both of them.
I
Both of them,
will
get them out.
What do you say?
Sleepy Hollow. I was a huge fan of the original lore, the original story.
I can't Phantom Zone.
When they tossed in the whole witchcraft aspect, I was done.
Did you say you can't Phantom Zone a woman, Danny?
No, I'll tell you.
Oh,
Wow.
man.
Okay.
I know.
Wow.
This sexist
2020,
dude,
huh?
man.
It gotta be something really crazy. If they say something really crazy.
Well, I mean, I didn't like the movie. I don't think it was bad. I just wasn't entertained by it.
Gotcha.
That's the spice of life, bro. We ain't gonna all like the same stuff.
But I mean, I guess just one honorable mention: Deep Blue Sea. I didn't think the movie was good, but it was entertaining. Like it had likable characters in it, and I just wanted to see the humans get wrecked by the sharks. To where that one white lady was just like, "Hey, you know, it's a good idea. We're gonna make them smarter. This shit is smart."
I know.
I'm like,
I know.
Like I remember as a kid. I'm like, hold on.
She took off that wetsuit, boy. Oh yes.
Really?
I was just like, look. So you mean
That
to
lady
tell
was
me?
sexy in real life.
You mean to tell me that you thought it was a good idea to make these creatures smart? That's just as dumb as a genetically engineered, modified hybrid dinosaur. If I take that long to say it, that means you made a fucking
I
mistake.
understand what you're saying, but they was trying to cure Alzheimer's, wasn't they?
Yes, they were.
Yes, you're right. I guess the intention behind it is very noble
good,
and all
right.
that shit. But I don't know what it
Just
is
whatever-
about humans.
Whatever
But they like to play with fire. They're
I
stupid.
agree, and that was dumb. But whatever they done, whatever they thought should hold it, they should have damn quadruple that. Because no damn chain. I don't care how powerful the chain is. You know them suckers gonna find somebody when they start watching and trying to find weak spots and stuff and shit.
You're right. See, okay, at the very least, if I'm in the room and you have some dumbass human talking about what's a good idea, I would say, okay, if you foolish humans have to do this, let's take every single safety precaution in the book. This glass right here that you think is going to protect us, I should shoot you in your fucking face right now. That is not good enough.
No, the
The rest
first
of this
thing
shit,
is I ain't gonna be in that fucker's habitat. Why in the
Damn
hell I'm
right.
gonna be in the water with him? I'm gonna be on the land observing with a shitload of cameras.
see, and the
I'm
fun.
gonna be in the water with him.
Now, see, one of them probably would have got smart, like, oh, so you don't trust the sharks? No. The sharks are fine. I don't trust you. You're a fucking human. When you say that shit is safe, I don't believe you. This shit is not safe. If you think it's safe, we need to redo it again and make it better. Hell no.
That fucking shark took the fucking dude. Remember when they were taking the dude in the helicopter? Grabbed the helicopter, took him off the helicopter, and then took his fucking the stretcher he was on and used it to break the glass.
Exactly. That is the intelligence, Anzo. I'm like, first of all, any trick that we were able to pull on these creatures, they're gonna be looking at us like, this motherfucker thinks he's smart. I'm not falling for that, and then fuck our shit up.
But tell me
hell no.
now, did either y'all watch the Meg?
Yeah, I saw the Meg. I think that's a better movie.
He was like smarter than all them sharks. I was like, how the fuck? And then
that's the Megalodon one with Jason Statham, right?
Yeah.
What blew my mind is when the big ass Meg got eaten by even bigger Meg. I was like, where the hell did that sucker come from?
Yeah, it's one of those things because like, do you guys have like the phobia of sharks? Do they scare you?
I got a bad phobia of sharks. There's this place where I work at. The water is at nighttime. It's like pitch black looking, and when I bet I'd be imagining, man, them things full of sharks, and I quickly get from back to where that place at because I don't fuck with no water at nighttime, man. I got a big fear of water at nighttime.
My friend's mom, she said to me, so you don't have a phobia of sharks? I'm like, no, phobia means that I'm in a city and you say shark and there's an inherent fear. No, like what can happen is if I'm in a scenario and fucking Megalodon comes, obviously that's going to be like, oh shit, what do I do? But I'm not going to automatically be scared of, like, kind of like the humans that have arachnophobia. They just, they don't want to hear about it. They don't want to see it. I don't have phobias. That's some weak ass shit to me. But if I'm in a situation, I will deal with it as it comes.
I ain't fucking with no shark.
I ain't fucking with no shark either. But
I'd rather strong. I don't care.
Danny, I'm not talking about no. If you're in a situation and you understand that you need to fall back, that's not weak. That's called being intelligent. So I'm talking about the people that are with you that have cowardly tendencies that get everybody else killed. I don't want those fuckers around me. The ones that kind of stand there when they see something coming instead of running or telling us, hey, it's coming. Those dumbass humans. I don't want them around me.
Would you go swimming with the sharks, Terrence? Like, if they said, hey,
no. Like, okay,
they do. People do that, right? People do that, right?
They do. Like, are you talking about like where they talking about the sharks are trained and stuff like that? I'm doing a movie scene.
No, you're not doing a movie scene. Like someone says to you today, hey, let's go to the ocean, let's go scuba diving and swim with the sharks.
Like just random ass sharks.
Yeah.
Is it just for the sake of doing it, or are we trying to get something?
Just for the sake of doing it. Because people do it just for the sake of doing it.
I probably wouldn't be excited about that, but I mean, if I'm going to go into that situation, I want to be prepared. I don't want to just be ignorant going into a situation that's dangerous. That's illogical.
Yeah.
Right.
Sorry, go finish up.
No, it's illogical to do that.
The only difference between any of us getting in a tank, getting in the water with sharks, and Terrence is they don't hear the Jaws theme when we come swimming up.
Yeah. Terrence trying to go to the other side of the pool.
Yeah, Terrence is scared of sharks out of the fucking water.
Yeah, you remember when Thomas Jane, when he flipped over the shark? I was so fascinated by that as a kid. I'm like, that is some great ass timing. So yeah, it's just one of those things because I get those kinds of questions. I'm like, let's not be stupid now. You ain't gonna be like, oh, there's some dragons. I guess Terrence is gonna go over there and play with them. I'm like, Terrence ain't doing shit with no fucking dragons. That's not smart.
That I would be guilty of.
Really? Playing with dragons?
Yes.
Crispy fried.
I'd be just like Hagrid. Oh, look, it recognizes its mummy.
Oh, hell no.
What was it? Okay, there was I'm kind of trying to remember. There was a scene in the first Fantastic Beasts one of the characters had asked one of the wizards, you know, the main one. What's his
Mhm.
name? The main one in the Fantastic Beasts. You guys know what I'm talking about.
I
Yeah,
never
like
seen it, so
Talking about the good guy or the bad guy?
the good guy, the the,
Newt
the,
Okay.
the
Scamander.
main one.
I know you're talking about.
Newt.
Yeah, Newt. There you go. Yeah, like they were talking to him about the creatures and how if he was concerned that they were going to do stuff and how dangerous. He's like, no, no, no. He was talking about how humans are dangerous. And I'm like, I 100%
Yep.
agree because with these creatures and stuff, they have instincts and you already know why they're going to do something. With humans, they just do random shit because of their emotions. You just never know what a fucking human's going to do. So if I got to choose magical creatures over a crowd of humans, I'm picking the magical creatures. I ain't got time for that shit.
Every time.
I hear you, bro. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. I gotta be another place here in a few minutes. But before we go, I'll go around the room. Let everybody tell where they can find them at. We're gonna start off with Miss Maz Mama Bear. Let the people know where they can find you at.
Hey, Mads Mama Bear here. You can find me, Mads Mama Bear, here on YouTube. And of course, you can find me Monday nights here at the Chaotic Countdown and Thursday nights on the Queen's Council, which this week should be on OG Star Wars channel. But follow me on Twitter, which is also Mads Mama Bear, to find out where I'm going to be.
All right, good deal. All right, Mr. Terrence.
Oh yeah. What's up, humans? Yeah. So I'm Terrence, and you can find me on this channel Sundays and Mondays. Unless something gets in the way, usually some fucking humans to some degree. But yeah, and then you can find me on the Tremaine Terrence channel. Now, I normally say I don't give a fuck and stuff like that, but you just need to understand that when it comes to this platform, I'm simple in the sense of I upload only just to have fun, and then whatever happens from there happens. If anything positive happens, like shares and human subscribing and stuff like that, that's always very appreciated by me because they don't have to do that, especially since I'm what the humans call an acquired taste. You have humans turning their noses up at me and all kinds of shit. I'm like, that's fine, but I still have to walk the path that I'm walking without any sort of hesitation or the idea that a human has an opinion and just supposed to make me turn my shit around. That ain't gonna happen.
gotcha.
Good deal. All right, Alonzo, you're next, bro.
Yes, you guys know my channel, Bigger Ford Entertainment. You can find me on the Chaotic Conversation, the Rule of Three, and tomorrow my show, which is the Chaos List. We got Square One, we got Equilibrium, we're doing Storms Live, and also got the OOC. Geez, I keep messing that up. The OOC. So you guys can check out my channel. I'll always be repping the Spurs right here. You know what I mean? So check it out, people. Thanks for watching
Oh,
the
oh,
show. Much appreciated.
oh yeah, Anzo. Yeah, yeah. Thanks for inviting me that one time because we talked for like what a little more than 2 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of humans, man, they can't handle that kind of stuff. When you get deep, they start running away and shit. I need time and all that other bullshit. I'm like, man,
Oh, shit. That's
No,
funny.
and I appreciate you coming on. And Danny gave us like one of the best compliments the other day when he was like, "Yo, you guys are doing some good stuff and getting real up and personal." And I appreciated that. So that's what we're trying to do. So
right? Thank you, and thank you, Danny. For all that
Hey,
you've
ain't no
done in
problem, bro.
terms of having me on. Because I know a lot of times I'll be like, "No, I'm not coming" and stuff. But when I do come, I always have a good time. So
Yeah.
absolutely,
Enjoy having you, bro. I am
for
Danny.
sure.
Chat is my channel on YouTube. Like Alonzo, I'm pretty much on just about all the shows together with the exception of the OC. Um, I'm like Terrence. I need time to get on that one. But shows can't catch them all. I know it's a lot during the week. Just catch one or two. We appreciate it, man. All your subscribers, um, um, all your comments. We appreciate it. We try to put out good content, entertaining content. On all different aspects of life in the comic book world, sports world, real world. We
Mm-hmm.
try to do a mixture of all that. So we appreciate each and every one of you that supports us. Please check out all these people on my channel. Mads, Anzo, Terrence, Chris. We all out here, man, trying to have a good time, trying to make some sort of change, no matter how small it is. And like I said, we definitely appreciate and want your support. So until next time,
Wait, Danny, you forgot to mention to the people one thing. You forgot
what?
to mention, remember our upcoming event, the 10-hour stream? Remember you supposed to tell them that.
Remember
and,
that.
and
I
right
don't.
before you go, I just want just right before you go, I just wanted to say, you see, my conversation when I had to bring facts, Chris ran and didn't come back.
Chris texted me. He had some a family issue that came up. He texted me.
Okay, yeah, I'm just
You do
messing.
realize I have two, Star Wars encyclopedias at, just a quick tag.
Yeah,
It's okay.
I'm
Hey,
sure
you
Aldo will
do
be
you,
researching
you,
that.
you,
Just
you
saying.
guys you guys do know Star Wars. Like I know enough just from the movies, but you guys have those extra details. You be like, actually, he was slayed in this particular ship. I'm like, well, damn, I didn't know that shit. All right.
Yeah.
When it comes to the originals and prequels, I've watched every single documentary they made on those things, so he can't come tell me that.
No,
Sorry.
I don't have.
Flip
You're,
me,
you're,
my
you're right.
co-host is OG Star Wars.
Yeah,
I don't have.
exactly.
So I will bow to your wisdom on that particular aspect. I don't.
I,
I
re-
don't
I
know who
respect I
George
respect the
Lucas.
hell out of that, Anzo. Yeah.
I don't know who George Lucas wanted first or not. All right, but until next Monday. Oh, let's see what I'm going to do. I think we're going to do um top 5 famous duos, any genre of music. Top 5
Ooh,
famous
okay.
duos,
Any year?
any genre.
Oh,
Huh?
Okay.
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 Any genre that you want. This top 5 that tickled your fancy.
Cool.
All right. Till then, catch you
Cool.
later.